He wasn't a hacker. He wasn't a thief in the traditional sense. He didn't break in through windows or hack into systems from miles away. He didn't need to. All he needed was a suit, a fake ID, and the ability to walk into any office, flash a smile, and convince everyone he was exactly who he said he was. In the span of 1 year, this man would infiltrate over 50 companies, steal millions in data, and never be caught until it was too late. And the most shocking part? He didn't steal a single thing that was locked behind a firewall. This is the untold story of the fake IT guy. The man who walked in, took everything, and disappeared without leaving a trace. How did he do it? And why did it take so long to catch him? Stick around. What you're about to hear will change the way you think about security forever. It all started with a single step. In 2018, a man, who would later be dubbed the Ghost by authorities, walked into a mid-sized tech company in New York. He wasn't the typical tech geek you'd expect. No hoodie, no dim-lit room filled with wires. No, he was dressed to impress. A sharp suit, a friendly handshake, and a fake ID that opened doors. He showed up at a tech company, claiming to be from an external IT support firm. His story? Simple. Your servers are outdated. We've been contracted to run diagnostics. No questions asked. He was led into the server room within 10 minutes. He was handed an access card. And just like that, he had free reign. What he didn't know was that the company had been struggling with issues caused by recent system updates, leaving their IT department overwhelmed. And he took full advantage of this vulnerability. He walked in, looked the part, and just like that, was trusted with sensitive information. No security check. No background verification. He had one goal: get in, steal what's valuable, and get out before anyone notices. Now, it wasn't just about getting in, it was about making them trust him. Over the next several months, the Ghost would execute his plan flawlessly, targeting businesses with weak security practices. And this was no accident. He wasn't a random guy off the street. This was preparation. He spent hours reading up on LinkedIn profiles, looking at companies' tech-related job posts. He figured out who was managing what, where the weaknesses were, and how he could take advantage of them. He knew exactly what systems needed an upgrade or a routine checkup, and he played the game perfectly. Here's how he did it. Firstly, he created a fake ID, a badge that looked real, with the company logo on it. He knew that employees, especially those in HR or front desks, rarely question a well-dressed person with an official-looking badge. Secondly, he showed up with a toolbox, just like any IT contractor would. He'd arrive unannounced, a tactic that played perfectly into the world of fast-paced, overworked IT departments. Then thirdly, he used his well-rehearsed script. I'm here to check your network and ensure everything is running smoothly. And then, he would disappear. Not physically, but he was invisible. He installed keyloggers on computers, cloned access cards, and even inserted USB drives filled with malicious code disguised as software updates. One company lost their customer database, all 300,000 customer emails, credit cards, and passwords. And they didn't even realize until the money started disappearing from their clients' accounts. His method wasn't about causing destruction on the surface. It was about taking the most valuable thing a company owns: its information. He wasn't stealing physical items. He was after something far more valuable. By the time the companies realized what was missing, it was too late. One company's intellectual property was compromised. An entire project's code vanished. Another had their financial reports stolen, and the hacker used their own server to funnel money out. But the real shocker? These businesses only started connecting the dots when one victim reached out to another, and they realized they had all been hit by the same man. And to make matters worse, he never did anything illegal by the books. No hacking, no major breaches. He simply walked in, did his job, and walked out. By 2019, authorities were on high alert. Local news stations reported phantom IT experts entering businesses and walking out with everything from company secrets to financial records. A wave of panic hit the corporate world. How could such a simple crime go unnoticed? The problem was, no one knew how to track him. He used no hacking tools, left behind no digital fingerprint. The victims only had one thing in common: they had trusted him without checking his credentials. This was more than just a con artist. This was a new kind of cybercrime, one that targeted the human element over the technology itself. Security experts had no answers. How do you protect yourself from someone who looks like a professional, speaks like a professional, and walks in the door? This story isn't just about one man. It's about how we let our guard down. How the corporate world trusted everything it saw and ignored the simplest of checks. Today, companies have stronger digital firewalls, but they forget about the people at the front door. They forget that human error is still the #1 reason why data is compromised. Here's what you need to learn from this. 1. Check the credentials of anyone you let into your company, even if they look like they belong. 2. Implement a verification process for all outside contractors. 3. Never assume that a badge, a suit, or a smooth talker means they're legit. In the world of cybersecurity, it's the simplest attacks that are the hardest to stop. If you're worried about scams like this happening to you, it's time to take action. At Tileris, we provide advanced AI-driven security solutions that protect you from threats like the one you just heard about. With our AI agents, we can detect and stop fraud in its tracks, keeping your personal information and business data safe from those who want to exploit it. Visit tileris.com today and start securing your digital world. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with anyone who needs to hear this message. Stay vigilant, stay safe, and always check who's walking through your doors.